हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू फीचर टेक विद रोहित। आज के इस वीडियो में हम ई गवर्नेंस के इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस के सॉल्यूशंस डिस्कस करेंगे जो आपके RGPV डिप्लोमा के 5th सेमेस्टर एग्जाम के लिए काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होंगे। मैं ये क्वेश्चंस इंग्लिश में एक्सप्लेन करूंगा और अगर आपको हिंदी में आंसर्स चाहिए तो लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा जहां पर हम हिंदी में आंसर्स भी प्रोवाइड करते हैं। तो चलिए बिना टाइम वेस्ट किए शुरू करते हैं।
ई गवर्नेंस क्या है?
What is e-governance? E-governance, or electronic governance, is the use of technology, especially information and communication technology, or ICT, to deliver government services and facilitate interactions between the government, citizens, businesses, and other arms of government.
Simple definition. E-governance means using computers, the internet, and other digital tools to make government services faster, more transparent, and easily accessible.
Key features: digital services, providing government services online, such as paying bills, applying for documents like passports or licenses, or accessing public schemes. Transparency: citizens can track the progress of their requests, reducing corruption. Efficiency: processes are faster, reducing paperwork and saving time. Accessibility: services are accessible 24/7 from any location with internet access. Citizen engagement platforms for feedback and interaction with the government.
Examples: Aadhaar card, a digital identity system for citizens of India; Passport Seva Kendra, online passport application and status tracking; DigiLocker, securely storing and accessing official documents online; Umang app, a unified platform for accessing multiple government services. In short, e-governance is about making governance citizen-friendly and efficient using technology.
साइबर कानून को परिभाषित करें।
Define cyber law. Cyber law refers to the legal framework that governs activities in the digital world, including the use of the internet, computers, software, and other digital technologies. In the context of e-governance, cyber law ensures the secure and lawful exchange of information between the government, citizens, and businesses.
Why cyber law is important in e-governance? Data security. Protects sensitive personal and government data from misuse or unauthorized access. Privacy. Ensures citizen information shared on e-governance platforms remains confidential. Trust. Builds public confidence in online services by ensuring legal safeguards. Prevention of cybercrimes. Addresses issues like hacking, identity theft, and online fraud. Legal compliance. Ensures e-governance platforms operate within established laws.
Key cyber law in India for e-governance. The Information Technology, or IT, Act 2000. This is the primary legislation governing cyber law in India. Key features related to e-governance include legal recognition of electronic records. Digital documents have the same legal status as physical documents. Digital signatures provides legal backing for authenticating documents electronically. Data protection imposes penalties for data breaches and unauthorized access. E-contracts validates contracts formed through digital communication. Cybercrime penalties addresses hacking, identity theft, and other offenses.
Example, in e-governance context. When a citizen applies for a passport online, cyber laws ensure the protection of their personal information during submission, storage, and processing. Digital signatures, used in filing taxes or signing documents electronically, are legally valid under cyber law.
In summary, cyber law provides the backbone for secure and trustworthy operations in e-governance systems.
परिवर्तन प्रबंधन क्या है?
What is change management? Change management refers to the structured approach and processes used to prepare, support, and guide individuals, teams, or organizations to successfully adopt and adapt to changes. It focuses on minimizing resistance and ensuring the smooth implementation of new methods, systems, or strategies.
Key components of change management: planning, identifying the need for change, defining objectives, and developing a strategy to achieve the desired outcomes. Communication, effectively informing stakeholders about the change, its benefits, and its impact. Training and support, equipping people with the skills and knowledge to adapt to the change. Implementation, rolling out the change in phases or all at once, depending on the situation. monitoring and feedback, assessing progress, addressing challenges, and ensuring the change is sustainable.
Importance of change management reduces resistance. By involving stakeholders early and addressing their concerns, improves efficiency, ensures a smooth transition with minimal disruptions to operations, enhances success, increases the likelihood of achieving the desired outcomes of the change, supports adaptability, prepares the organization or team to respond effectively to future changes.
Examples of change management. In organizations, implementing a new software system for employees, restructuring departments to improve efficiency. In e-governance, transitioning from manual systems to online services like e-district portals or DigiLocker. Introducing new digital policies requiring citizen participation.
Steps in change management process. Identify the change. Define what needs to change and why. Analyze impact. Assess how the change will affect stakeholders. Develop a plan. Create a roadmap with timelines and milestones. Engage stakeholders. Communicate and involve all affected parties. Implement the change. Roll out the change, monitoring closely. Review and sustain. Ensure the change is effective and integrated into regular operations.
In summary, change management is about helping people and systems transition smoothly during transformations, ensuring efficiency and reducing resistance.
ई-गवर्नेंस विकास में नवाचार की आवश्यकता क्यों है?
Why innovation is needed in e-governance development. Innovation in e-governance is essential to improve the efficiency, accessibility, and effectiveness of public services. It helps governments adapt to changing societal needs, leverage technology advancements, and ensure citizen satisfaction.
Key reasons for innovation in e-governance include improving service delivery. Traditional governance methods can be slow and bureaucratic. Innovative e-governance solutions, like mobile apps and automated systems, provide faster and more reliable services. For example, the Umang app allows access to multiple government services.
Enhancing citizen engagement is another key reason. Innovation enables governments to create interactive platforms where citizens can participate in decision-making processes. For instance, mygov.in allows for feedback and suggestions, building trust and ensuring better governance.
Tackling complex problems is also crucial. Issues like population growth, urbanization, and environmental challenges require advanced tools. AI, data analytics, and IoT help address these effectively, such as smart cities using IoT for real-time monitoring.
Promoting transparency and accountability is vital. Innovative tools like blockchain in e-governance enhance transparency by creating tamper-proof records of transactions and activities. This reduces corruption and increases public trust.
Ensuring inclusivity is important too. Innovation makes e-governance accessible to remote and underserved areas. Examples include common service centres, CSCs, and mobile-friendly platforms for rural populations.
Cost-effectiveness is another benefit. Automating manual processes reduces operational costs and minimizes human errors. For instance, digital payments through platforms like BHIM lower the cost of financial transactions.
Adapting to changing technologies is necessary. With rapid technological advancements, innovation ensures e-governance systems remain relevant and effective. Adopting technologies like AI, IoT, and machine learning can improve the scope and scale of governance.
Global competitiveness is also enhanced. Innovative e-governance practices position a country as a leader in digital transformation, attracting investments and improving international rankings. For example, India's Aadhaar system is globally recognized for its scale and impact.
Some examples of innovations in e-governance include Aadhaar, a biometric-based identity system simplifying access to government services; DigiLocker, which enables secure online storage of official documents; the Smart Cities Initiative, which uses IoT and data analytics to improve urban governance; and E-Seva, a digital platform connecting farmers to buyers.
In summary, innovation in e-governance is crucial for creating citizen-centric services, reducing inefficiencies, and building a governance system that is responsive, transparent, and future-ready.
How information communication and technology helpful in development of e-governance.
Information Communication and Technology, or ICT, plays a crucial role in the development and implementation of e-governance by enabling the digitalization of government processes and services, improving efficiency, and enhancing the accessibility of services to citizens.
Here's how ICT contributes to the growth of e-governance. First, improved service delivery. ICT helps automate government functions like issuing permits, filing taxes, and processing applications. This reduces paperwork, saves time, and improves service efficiency. Online platforms, through websites and mobile apps like the Umang app in India, allow citizens to access multiple government services anytime, anywhere, leading to convenience and faster response times.
Enhanced transparency and accountability are also significant. ICT enables the creation of online portals where government activities and services can be monitored in real time. This fosters transparency and helps reduce corruption. Real-time tracking allows citizens to monitor the status of their applications, taxes, or requests, ensuring the government is accountable for its actions.
Improved communication and citizen engagement are other benefits. ICT tools like emails, social media, and messaging apps create direct channels for communication between the government and citizens. This enhances feedback loops, making governance more responsive. E-governance platforms like MyGov allow citizens to actively participate in decision-making and policy formulation by providing suggestions and feedback online.
Cost effectiveness is another advantage. ICT reduces the need for manual labor and physical infrastructure, cutting down costs for both citizens and the government. Efficient resource allocation is also achieved with data management tools, ensuring that public funds are used efficiently.
Better data management and decision-making are facilitated by ICT. Tools like big data and data analytics enable the government to collect and analyze large volumes of data, helping in better policymaking and decision-making. Evidence-based policies are possible with insights gathered from diverse data sources, ensuring that government decisions are based on accurate real-time information.
Inclusivity and accessibility are also enhanced. ICT makes government services accessible to people in rural or remote areas through platforms like Common Service Centres CSC. These centers provide digital access to government services in areas where physical offices may not exist. Digital literacy programs foster digital literacy, ensuring more citizens can access online government services, regardless of their geographic or social background.
Secure and transparent transactions are another benefit. ICT provides mechanisms like digital signatures, cryptography, and blockchain to ensure that government transactions are secure, transparent, and tamper-proof. Online payments allow citizens to pay taxes, fines, and fees securely via digital platforms, reducing the need for cash transactions and enhancing convenience.
Innovation in governance systems is also driven by ICT. In smart cities, digital infrastructure is used for traffic management, energy conservation, public safety, and environmental monitoring. For example, IoT devices are used to manage public utilities more efficiently. Cloud computing allows governments to store, manage, and process large amounts of data without investing heavily in physical infrastructure.
Some examples of ICT in e-governance include Aadhaar, the biometric-based identity system providing efficient public services like welfare schemes, subsidies, and banking services. The e-District portal, which allows citizens to apply for government services like caste certificates and income certificates online. And the Digital India program, a major initiative to transform India into a digitally empowered society, focusing on digital infrastructure, digital services, and digital literacy.
In summary, ICT is the backbone of e-governance, providing the technological foundation needed to enhance efficiency, transparency, accessibility, and accountability in government services. By leveraging ICT tools, governments can better serve citizens, improve decision-making, and foster economic and social development.
ई-गवर्नेंस की चुनौतियां क्या है?
What are the challenges of e-governance? While e-governance offers numerous benefits like improved service delivery, transparency, and efficiency, it also faces several challenges that need to be addressed for successful implementation.
One major challenge is the digital divide. This refers to the gap between those who have access to digital technologies and those who do not, especially in rural or remote areas. The impact is that not all citizens can access e-governance services, limiting the reach and effectiveness of digital government solutions. Expanding digital infrastructure, promoting digital literacy, and setting up common service centers can help bridge this divide.
Another challenge is resistance to change. Citizens, government employees, or other stakeholders may be resistant to adopting new digital systems and processes due to lack of trust, fear of technology, or familiarity with traditional methods. This resistance can delay the implementation and reduce the effectiveness of e-governance programs. Implementing change management practices, providing training, and raising awareness about the benefits of e-governance can reduce resistance.
Data security and privacy are also critical concerns. Protecting sensitive personal and government data from unauthorized access, hacking, or misuse is essential. The risk of cyber attacks, data breaches, and identity theft can undermine public trust in e-governance systems. Adopting strong cybersecurity measures, encryption, digital signatures, and complying with data protection laws can improve security.
Technological infrastructure issues are another challenge. Inadequate technological infrastructure, such as unreliable internet connectivity, outdated hardware, or insufficient computing power, can hinder the performance and accessibility of e-governance systems, particularly in rural or less developed regions. Governments need to invest in improving internet connectivity, modernizing hardware, and adopting cloud-based solutions for scalability.
Lack of digital literacy is also a significant barrier. Many citizens may lack the necessary skills to use online government platforms effectively. This digital illiteracy can result in exclusion and the failure of e-governance initiatives to benefit all citizens. Government-led digital literacy programs, user-friendly platforms, and training initiatives can help improve public engagement with e-governance services.
Interoperability issues can also pose challenges. Different government departments and agencies may use incompatible software or systems, making it difficult to share data or provide integrated services. Lack of interoperability can result in siloed services, inefficient processes, and poor user experiences. Standardizing platforms and protocols, adopting open-source software, and ensuring systems can easily communicate with each other are key solutions.
Financial constraints are another hurdle. The initial costs of implementing e-governance projects, including software development, infrastructure setup, training, and maintenance, can be high. Financial limitations can delay or prevent the full implementation of e-governance programs, particularly in developing countries. Governments can explore public-private partnerships, seek international funding, and adopt cost-effective, scalable solutions like cloud computing.
Legal and regulatory challenges also need to be addressed. Legal frameworks may be outdated or inadequate to support digital services, especially in areas like data protection, online transactions, and digital signatures. Lack of proper laws or regulations can lead to legal challenges and hinder the adoption of e-governance. Governments must modernize their legal frameworks to accommodate digital governance, such as enacting data protection laws, e-signature regulations, and frameworks for e-transactions.
Inefficient governance and bureaucracy can also impede e-governance. Traditional bureaucratic systems may not be flexible enough to adopt or integrate e-governance initiatives smoothly, leading to delays, inefficiency, and resistance from public servants. Streamlining government processes, improving coordination between departments, and training government staff on the benefits and use of digital systems are essential.
Quality of service is another important aspect. Ensuring that the e-governance services provided are of high quality and meet citizens' expectations in terms of usability, reliability, and speed is crucial. Poor user experiences due to slow, complicated, or unreliable systems can discourage people from using e-governance services. Regular testing, feedback mechanisms, and continuous improvements based on user input can help enhance service quality.
In summary, while e-governance has the potential to revolutionize public service delivery, overcoming these challenges requires coordinated efforts across multiple fronts. Governments must invest in infrastructure, improve digital literacy, address legal and security concerns, and ensure inclusivity to ensure the successful development of e-governance systems.
What are smart attributes of good governance?
The SMART attributes of good governance refer to the principles that guide effective governance, focusing on the use of technology to improve public service delivery, accountability, transparency, and responsiveness. Based on the given article, smart governance brings about transformation in government operations by simplifying processes and introducing new ethical values.
The key attributes of smart governance include being simple. This means the simplification of government rules, regulations, and processes through the use of information and communication technology, making the government more user-friendly. It ensures that citizens can easily access services without being overwhelmed by complex bureaucratic processes. For example, streamlining the process of obtaining certificates or licenses online.
Another attribute is being moral. This involves establishing a new system of ethical values within the political and administrative machinery, ensuring that the government operates with fairness and integrity. Technology can improve the efficiency of anti-corruption agencies and other institutions, ensuring moral accountability in public service. For example, using technology to track government officials' actions, reducing corruption and bias.
Being accountable is also crucial. This means designing and implementing systems that track performance and ensure government accountability through management information systems and performance measurement mechanisms. It helps ensure that government actions and services are being carried out as promised, and that citizens can hold officials accountable for their actions. For example, regularly publishing reports on government performance or expenditures to keep citizens informed.
Responsiveness is another key attribute. This involves streamlining government processes to speed up service delivery and make the system more responsive to citizens' needs. It ensures that citizens receive timely services and that the government can adapt to changing needs quickly. For example, providing online platforms for citizens to submit complaints and receive faster resolutions.
Transparency is also essential. Making government processes and information publicly available enables citizens to scrutinize and understand government actions. Transparency helps foster trust between the government and citizens, ensuring that government operations are open to public review. For example, publishing government contracts and budgetary spending on official websites.
In the context of Indian bureaucracy, smart governance is particularly relevant. With the shift from a rule-based state to a welfare-oriented state, smart governance aims to modernize bureaucratic processes by introducing features like simplicity, accountability, and transparency. This approach facilitates people participation, removes hierarchical barriers, and improves service delivery.
Technology plays a crucial role in smart governance by automating administrative processes, reducing paperwork, improving the quality of services, and eliminating hierarchical barriers. Digital tools allow faster data flow across all levels of government, promoting quicker decision-making.
In summary, smart governance leverages technology to create a simpler, more accountable, transparent, and responsive government. It enables better service delivery, empowers citizens, and fosters a more efficient and ethical public administration.
E-Suraksha kya hai? What is e-security? E-security or electronic security refers to the protection of digital systems, data and services from cyber threats such as hacking, unauthorized access, data breaches and other forms of digital crime. It encompasses a wide range of measures and practices designed to safeguard information and communication technologies, or ICT, in online environments, ensuring the privacy, integrity and availability of electronic resources. Key aspects of e-security.
Data protection, ensuring that sensitive information, like personal, financial, or confidential data, is kept secure from unauthorized access or disclosure. Techniques used include encryption, data masking, and firewalls.
Network security, protecting computer networks from cyber threats like viruses, malware, and unauthorized access. Key measures include firewalls, intrusion detection and prevention systems, or IDS/IPS, and virtual private networks, or VPNs.
Identity and access management, or IAM, ensuring that only authorized users can access certain systems or data by managing digital identities and controlling permissions. Techniques include user authentication, multi-factor authentication, or MFA, and single sign-on, or SSO.
Incident response and monitoring. The processes for identifying, responding to, and mitigating security incidents such as data breaches, hacking attempts, or malware attacks. Methods include real-time monitoring, log analysis, and security information and event management, or SIEM.
Application security. Ensuring that software applications are developed and deployed with security in mind to prevent vulnerabilities like SQL injection and cross-site scripting, or XSS. Techniques include code reviews, secure development practices, and security patches.
Cyber threat intelligence, gathering, analyzing, and acting upon information related to potential cyber threats in order to preempt or mitigate attacks. Methods include threat analysis, attack simulations, and collaborative defense efforts.
Importance of e-security. Protects sensitive information. Ensures that personal, financial, and business data remains confidential and is not exposed to cybercriminals. Prevents financial losses. Cyber attacks can cause direct financial loss, damage to reputation, or even result in lawsuits. E-security prevents such threats. Maintains trust. In the digital world, trust is key. E-security ensures that citizens, businesses, and organizations feel safe when interacting with online services, fostering trust in e-commerce, online banking, and e-governance. Ensures business continuity. Effective e-security measures protect against cyber disruptions, helping businesses maintain their operations without major downtime or damage. Compliance with laws. Many countries have laws requiring organizations to protect personal data, like GDPR and the IT Act in India. E-security helps businesses comply with these regulations. E-security measures and tools.
Firewalls. Block unauthorized access to a network while allowing legitimate communication.
Encryption scrambles data to ensure that it is unreadable to unauthorized users, protecting data in transit, like online banking transactions, and at rest, or stored data.
Anti-malware software protects systems from malicious software like viruses, ransomware, and spyware.
Multi-factor authentication, or MFA, adds an extra layer of security by requiring more than just a password, for example, a fingerprint or a one-time code sent to your phone.
Security patches. Regular updates to software that fix vulnerabilities and prevent exploitation by attackers.
Virtual Private Network, or VPN, provides secure encrypted connections to the Internet, preventing unauthorized access and data leaks. Conclusion. E-security is crucial in protecting digital assets, ensuring privacy, and maintaining trust in digital platforms. It involves a combination of technological measures, policies, and practices that work together to safeguard against cyber threats and ensure safe, secure online activities. Public-Private Partnership PPP क्या है? Public-Private Partnership PPP के विभिन्न मॉडल की व्याख्या करें. What is Public-Private Partnership PPP? Explain various models of Public-Private Partnership PPP. A Public-Private Partnership PPP is a collaboration between a government or public sector and a private sector entity for the purpose of delivering a service or infrastructure project. The government and private sector partners share the risks, responsibilities, and rewards of the project. The private partner is often responsible for financing, construction, and operation, while the public sector provides regulatory oversight and may also contribute to the funding or resources. PPP models aim to improve the quality and efficiency of public services or infrastructure by leveraging private sector expertise, innovation, and investment, while the government benefits from reduced financial burden and increased service delivery capacity.
Key features of a PPP. Risk sharing. The public and private partners share the risks associated with the project, such as construction delays, cost overruns, or revenue generation. Efficiency. The private sector is often able to deliver projects more efficiently due to its access to technology, skills, and financing. Long-term partnership PPP projects usually involve long-term collaboration between the public and private sectors, typically spanning many years, even decades in some cases. Investment. The private sector often provides upfront capital investment and may manage the operational costs. Accountability and regulation. Governments typically oversee the PPP to ensure compliance with public policies, regulations, and performance standards. There are several types of public-private partnership models based on the level of involvement and responsibility shared between the public and private sectors. These models can vary in terms of the degree of control, funding arrangements, and the length of the contract.
Below are some common models.
1. Build, Operate, Transfer, or BOT. In this model, the private sector designs, finances, and builds a project, such as a highway, airport, or hospital, and operates it for a specified period to recover the investment. After the operational period, the ownership of the asset is transferred back to the government.
Responsibilities for BOT are as follows: private sector financing, construction, operation and maintenance. Public sector, regulatory oversight and eventual transfer of ownership. Example: a private company builds and operates a toll road for 20 years and then transfers it to the government.
2. Build, Own, Operate, or BU. Here, the private sector builds, owns, and operates the project. Unlike BOT, the ownership remains with the private sector throughout the life of the project.
Responsibilities for BU are private sector financing, construction, ownership and operation. Public sector regulatory oversight and ensuring public interests are met. Example: a private company builds a power plant, operates it, and keeps the ownership for the life of the project.
3. Design, Build, Finance, Operate, or DBFO. The private sector is responsible for designing, financing, building, and operating the infrastructure. The private entity operates the asset for a certain period to recover its investment and earns revenue, typically through user fees or government payments.
Responsibilities for DBFO include private sector design, finance, build, and operate the project. Public sector regulatory oversight and may pay periodic fees to the private sector or take over after the contract ends. Example: a private company builds and operates a toll bridge with toll collection as a revenue source.
4. Public-private partnership with service contract. In this model, the public sector contracts the private sector to provide a specific service. The private sector does not own or operate the infrastructure, but is responsible for maintaining the service.
Responsibilities for this model are private sector service provision, such as waste management or maintenance. Public sector pays for services and ensures they meet the required standards. Example: a private company is hired to maintain public street lighting or public transportation services.
5. Operate, Maintain, Transfer, or OMT. The government builds the infrastructure and then transfers the operation and maintenance responsibility to a private entity for a specified period. After the contract expires, the operation returns to the public sector.
Responsibilities for OMT are: private sector operates and maintains the infrastructure. Public sector owns the asset and retains regulatory control. Example: a government builds a road, then a private company operates and maintains it for 15 years before returning the responsibility to the government.
6. Design, Build, Transfer, or DBT. In this model, the private sector designs and builds the project, but ownership is transferred to the government immediately after construction. The private sector may or may not operate the infrastructure, depending on the terms of the contract.
Responsibilities for DBT include private sector design and construction. Public sector takes over ownership and sometimes the operation or maintenance. Example: a private company builds a school and ownership is transferred to the government once construction is complete.
7. Joint ventures or JV. In this model, both the public and private sectors collaborate to form a new entity to undertake the project. Both parties share the risks, rewards, and decision-making responsibilities.
Responsibilities for JVs are: private sector provides expertise, management and financing. Public sector provides assets, regulatory support, and may contribute to financing. Example: a government and a private company form a JV to build and operate an airport together.
8. Leaseback model. The government builds the infrastructure and then leases it to a private company for a long-term contract. The private sector operates and maintains the infrastructure while paying lease fees to the government.
Responsibilities for the leaseback model are: private sector operates, maintains, and pays lease fees to the government. Public sector retains ownership and receives income from leasing. Example: A government builds a hospital and leases it to a private company to operate. Conclusion. PPP models are flexible and can be adapted to meet the specific needs of each infrastructure project. By combining the strengths of both the public and private sectors, PPPs help in delivering efficient, cost-effective and high-quality infrastructure and services. The key to success in any PPP model is clearly defined roles, transparent agreements and risk-sharing mechanisms. गवर्नमेंट प्रोसेस री इंजीनियरिंग जीपीआर को परिभाषित करें। गवर्नमेंट प्रोसेस री इंजीनियरिंग जीपीआर में प्रयुक्त चरणों का वर्णन कीजिए। डिफाइन गवर्नमेंट प्रोसेस री इंजीनियरिंग जीपीआर। Describe stages used in government process re-engineering (GPR). Government process re-engineering (GPR) refers to the comprehensive redesign and improvement of government processes to make them more efficient, transparent, and responsive to the needs of citizens. GPR involves analyzing, redesigning and streamlining workflows and activities within government operations to eliminate inefficiencies, reduce costs, and improve service delivery. The goal is to enhance the overall effectiveness of public administration by leveraging modern technologies, rethinking policies, and focusing on outcomes that benefit citizens. It is similar to business process re-engineering, BPR, used in the private sector, but GPR focuses specifically on public sector services. It often aims at simplifying bureaucratic processes, automating routine tasks, and ensuring that public services are citizen-centric. Stages in government process re-engineering, GPR. GPR involves a series of structured stages that guide the transformation of government processes. These stages are typically iterative, requiring continuous evaluation and improvement. The main stages of GPR are as follows. 1. Identify and define the problem or opportunity, objective, to understand and clearly define the current issues, bottlenecks, or opportunities for improvement in the existing government processes. Key activities, assessing the effectiveness of current processes, identifying inefficiencies, delays, or redundancies in service delivery, gathering input from stakeholders such as citizens, government employees, and service users, establishing the goals of re-engineering like reducing time, cost, and complexity. Example, analyzing delays in issuing government permits or inefficiencies in the public procurement process. 2. Map the existing processes. Objective. 2. Thoroughly understand and document the existing government processes and workflows before making any changes. Key activities, mapping out current workflows and procedures, using process diagrams such as flowcharts and SciPOC diagrams, identifying areas where there is unnecessary complexity or where bottlenecks occur, evaluating the roles and responsibilities of government employees and the systems they use. Example, mapping the steps involved in applying for a government scholarship from submission to approval. 3. Analyze the processes. Objective. To analyze the existing processes in depth to identify root causes of inefficiency or poor performance. Key activities. Conducting a performance analysis, such as reviewing time, cost, and resource consumption for each step. Using techniques like SWOT analysis, which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, to evaluate the internal and external factors impacting the processes. Engaging with stakeholders to gather feedback on pain points or areas for improvement. Example, identifying redundant documentation or manual approvals that slow down government service delivery. 4. Redesign the processes. Objective, to redesign the government processes for greater efficiency and effectiveness. Key activities, rethinking how processes should be structured, removing bottlenecks, and simplifying steps. Leveraging technology and automation to streamline workflows, for example, using e-government platforms or online applications, establishing new roles or responsibilities where necessary, and ensuring transparency and accountability in the new processes. Consulting with stakeholders to ensure that the redesigned process meets their needs and is practical. Example, implementing online portals for citizens to apply for permits and track progress, rather than requiring them to visit multiple offices. 5. Implement the new processes. Objective, to put the redesigned processes into action and begin delivering improved services to citizens. Key activities introducing new tools, technologies, or software to support the redesigned processes, such as ERP systems for resource management or digital forms for applications. Training government employees and stakeholders on the new processes and systems. Deploying the new processes gradually, testing them in real-world scenarios, and making necessary adjustments. Example, launching an e-governance platform for the public to submit tax returns or access government services digitally. 6. Monitor and evaluate the new processes. Objective, to ensure that the new processes are functioning as expected and delivering the desired outcomes. Key activities. Setting up monitoring and evaluation mechanisms to track performance, citizen satisfaction and efficiency. Gathering feedback from citizens and employees to assess the effectiveness of the re-engineered processes. Reviewing key performance indicators or KPIs such as processing time, cost savings, and quality of service, making necessary adjustments to improve the processes further. Example, collecting data on the reduction in processing times for government applications and analyzing user feedback to improve the system. 7. Continuous improvement. Objective, to ensure ongoing enhancements to the processes based on feedback and changing needs. Key activities. Establishing a culture of continuous improvement where processes are regularly evaluated and updated. Incorporating feedback from citizens and government staff to further refine and optimize the processes. Keeping up with technological advancements to introduce new tools and methods that can improve service delivery. Example, updating online services periodically to make them more user-friendly or adding new features based on public demand. Conclusion. Government Process Re-engineering, GPR, is a strategic approach aimed at transforming public sector services by making them more efficient, effective, and citizen-centered. By following a structured process of identifying problems, mapping and analyzing existing workflows, redesigning processes, implementing changes, and monitoring outcomes, governments can significantly improve the delivery of services to the public. The continuous feedback loop and the integration of technology play a crucial role in ensuring that government operations stay relevant and responsive to the needs of the people.
Implementing e-government projects effectively requires, well, a comprehensive and well-thought-out approach. The success of such projects hinges on understanding the challenges, leveraging technology, and ensuring that the project serves its intended purpose. Improving governance and public service delivery. Below are key thumb rules that help in the successful implementation of e-government projects. 1. Clear vision and objectives.
What it means. Before starting any e-government project, it is essential to have a clear vision and well-defined objectives. This will guide the planning, execution, and evaluation phases of the project.
Action points. Identify the specific goals of the project, such as improving service delivery, reducing corruption, or enhancing citizen participation. Align the project with the broader goals of governance, national development plans, or digital inclusion policies. Set measurable outcomes and milestones to evaluate success.
Example. If the goal is to digitize land records, the objective could be to make land record access transparent, reduce disputes, and speed up the process of title verification.
2. Stakeholder engagement and collaboration.
What it means, e-government projects often affect multiple stakeholders, including government agencies, citizens, and private sector partners. Ensuring collaboration among these groups is crucial for project success.
Action points. Identify and involve all relevant stakeholders early in the process, like government departments, technology partners, citizens, and civil society organizations. Organize consultations and feedback sessions to ensure the project meets the needs of the stakeholders. Set up a steering committee or working group to manage stakeholder engagement.
Example. If implementing an e-health system, stakeholders would include health ministries, healthcare providers, patients, and IT service providers.
3. Strong political and administrative will.
What it means. E-government projects need strong support from political leaders and high-level government officials to ensure that adequate resources, policies, and infrastructure are in place.
Action points. Secure political backing through advocacy and demonstrating the long-term benefits of the project. Ensure that government leaders champion the project and act as project ambassadors. Establish a dedicated team or a task force within the government to oversee the implementation.
Example: a government might need to pass laws or amendments to enable the use of electronic signatures for official documents, requiring the support of lawmakers and policymakers.
4. Focus on user-centric design. What it means the end user, our citizens, should be at the heart of e-government projects.
A user-centric approach ensures that services are accessible, simple, and efficient for the citizens who use them.
Action points.
Conduct surveys, focus groups, and consultations to understand the needs and preferences of citizens.
Ensure that online services are easy to navigate and provide user-friendly interfaces in multiple languages, especially in diverse countries.
Prioritize accessibility for people with disabilities or those who are not tech-savvy.
Example: a government online portal for applying for permits should have a simple interface, clear instructions, and options for multilingual support. 5. Integration and interoperability.
What it means, e-government systems should be integrated with existing systems within and across government agencies to ensure the seamless flow of information and services.
Action points.
Ensure interoperability between different systems, databases, and platforms across various government departments.
Implement open standards and APIs or application programming interfaces for system integration.
Avoid creating isolated systems or silos and focus on creating a connected ecosystem where data can be shared securely.
Example: for an e-governance project like a nationwide tax filing system, it must be able to integrate with databases from the Revenue Department, banking systems, and identity verification services. 6. Data security and privacy.
What it means, ensuring data protection and privacy is paramount in e-government projects, as sensitive personal and financial information is being collected, processed, and stored.
Action points.
Implement strong data security measures, including encryption, secure authentication, and access control.
Adhere to data privacy laws and regulations like GDPR in Europe or the IT Act in India.
Educate citizens and government staff about the importance of data security and privacy.
Example: for a government digital identity project like Aadhaar in India, ensuring that citizens' personal details are encrypted and securely stored is crucial.
Focus on transparency and accountability.
One of the key benefits of e-government is to make government processes more transparent and reduce corruption.
This can only be achieved if the systems are designed to track and document all actions and decisions.
Action points. Implement audit trails that log every interaction with government systems.
Provide real-time access to data or reports about government projects, financial transactions, and decisions to the public.
Set up independent bodies to review and oversee project implementation and ensure accountability.
An example, an online procurement system that makes all tender documents, bids, and awards available to the public in real time can reduce corruption and promote fairness.
8. Strong technical infrastructure.
E-government systems need a robust and scalable technical infrastructure to handle the volume of transactions, user requests, and data.
Action points. Invest in reliable and scalable IT infrastructure like cloud platforms, data centers, and servers. Ensure that hardware and software systems are well maintained and updated regularly. Plan for future growth and increased usage, particularly in high population or rapidly growing regions.
For example, a nationwide e-voting system requires high levels of uptime, redundancy, and scalability to handle millions of users during elections.
9. Training and capacity building.
Government employees and citizens must be properly trained to use new digital platforms. Building capacity is crucial for ensuring the long-term success and sustainability of e-government projects.
So, action points. Develop training programs for government employees to ensure they can manage and support the new systems effectively. Provide citizen education programs to teach how to access and use online government services. Establish help desks, hotlines, and customer support services for user assistance.
For example, if implementing an e-government portal for filing taxes, employees will need training to handle inquiries while citizens must be educated on how to file returns online.
10. Monitor, evaluate, and improve.
Ongoing monitoring and evaluation are essential to ensure that e-government projects are achieving their objectives and providing value to citizens.
Action points. Implement monitoring systems to track performance metrics such as user satisfaction, system uptime, and cost effectiveness. Regularly collect feedback from users and government staff to identify issues or opportunities for improvement. Continuously improve systems based on feedback and technological advancements.
For example, after launching an e-government service, regularly survey users to understand their experience and make necessary adjustments, such as simplifying the interface or adding more services.
Conclusion. Implementing e-government projects successfully requires careful planning, stakeholder involvement, and a strong focus on transparency, security, and user-centric design. By following these thumb rules, governments can improve service delivery, reduce inefficiencies, and create a more open and accountable system for citizens. With continuous monitoring and improvement, e-government systems can evolve to meet the changing needs of society.
E-Seva is an initiative launched by the Government of India to provide electronic governance services to citizens in a convenient and transparent manner. The objective of E-Seva is to improve the delivery of government services by enabling citizens to access various services through online platforms, reducing the need for physical visits to government offices. It serves as a one-stop solution for multiple services, primarily in urban and semi-urban areas. Key features of E-Seva: multiple services at one place. E-Seva centers offer a variety of services, including utility bill payments like water and electricity, passport services, registration for government schemes, and more. It also includes services like driving license applications, taxes, birth and death certificate registration, and even payments for government-related fees. User-friendly interface E-Seva aims to make the process easier for citizens by providing a simple and intuitive interface. Citizens can visit E-Seva centers or access online portals to complete various tasks without needing to physically go to multiple government offices. Accessibility initially started in Andhra Pradesh. It has expanded to other states as well, improving reach in rural and remote areas. Citizens can access services through physical kiosks or online portals, improving accessibility for everyone, including those in underserved areas. Time and cost. Efficient. E-Seva has streamlined government services by reducing waiting times, manual paperwork, and other bureaucratic delays. By consolidating services in one place, it reduces travel costs and makes service delivery faster and more efficient. Transparency and accountability. By digitizing processes, E-Seva enhances transparency in the delivery of public services. It helps reduce human intervention and minimizes corruption by automating tasks that were previously handled manually. Benefits of E-Seva convenience. Citizens can access multiple government services from a single location or online, saving time and effort. Improved access. Citizens, especially in rural and remote areas, benefit from better access to government services without needing to travel long distances. Efficiency, faster processing of services, leading to better citizen satisfaction and lower administrative costs for the government.
Common Service Centres CSC are another important initiative of the Indian government aimed at providing e-governance services to citizens in rural and remote areas. The initiative, under the National E-Governance Plan (NEGP), seeks to ensure that government services are accessible to people in even the most distant locations, bridging the digital divide between urban and rural areas. Key features of CSC: one-stop shop for government services. CSCs act as a one-stop service point where citizens can avail of various government services, such as applying for government documents like birth certificates and ration cards, pension schemes, utility bill payments, and more. Additionally, they provide services such as banking, insurance, education, health, and agriculture-related services. Facilitating digital literacy. Apart from providing government services, CSCs play a crucial role in promoting digital literacy, especially in rural areas, by offering basic computer training and internet access to the citizens. It helps empower people by making them digitally literate and capable of engaging with online platforms for various purposes. Self-sustaining model. The CSCs are operated by local entrepreneurs, also known as village-level entrepreneurs or VLEs, who run the centres with the help of government-provided infrastructure, including computers, internet access, and other necessary equipment. This creates a self-sustaining model, where VLEs are incentivized to ensure the smooth operation of CSCs and to encourage local participation. Government-to-citizen, G2C, and business-to-citizen, B2C services, CSCs, provide G2C services, such as birth and death certificates, driving licenses, voter registration, and welfare schemes like MNREGA, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. They also offer B2C services, such as online banking, mobile recharges, and e-commerce services. Utilizing technology. The CSC initiative leverages technology to provide government services digitally, even in remote areas where traditional infrastructure may not be available. This helps bridge the urban-rural divide in access to government services. Benefits of CSCs. Bridging the digital divide. CSCs help bring government services to rural and underserved populations, offering them access to a range of digital services. Empowering rural communities. By providing services locally, CSCs save rural residents from the cost and inconvenience of traveling to urban centers. Creating employment. The CSC model provides local entrepreneurs with an opportunity to run their own businesses while serving the community, thus creating employment opportunities. Cost savings. CSCs reduce the need for citizens to travel long distances for government services, saving both time and money.
The e-governance project development lifecycle is a structured approach to creating and implementing e-governance solutions. It consists of several phases that ensure the efficient design, development, and implementation of digital government services. Each phase focuses on specific tasks, and all work together to deliver a successful e-governance project. Below are the key phases of the e-governance project development lifecycle explained in detail. Planning and initiation. This is the first phase where the foundation of the e-governance project is laid. During this phase, the vision, goals, and objectives of the project are defined. The feasibility of the project is also assessed. Key activities. Needs assessment. Identify the need for the project, such as reducing processing time for citizen services, improving transparency, or enhancing accessibility. Stakeholder analysis. Identify all relevant stakeholders, such as citizens, government agencies, and service providers, and their expectations from the project. Project charter. Develop a project charter that outlines the scope, budget, timeline, and high-level objectives. Feasibility study. Assess the technical, economic, legal, and operational feasibility of the project. This helps in deciding whether the project is worth pursuing. Risk assessment. Identify potential risks that could affect the project and develop strategies to mitigate them. Outcome. Clear project objectives. Define scope and feasibility analysis. Stakeholder buy-in and initial approvals. Design and requirement gathering. In this phase, the detailed requirements of the project are gathered, and the design of the e-governance solution begins. The project team defines the functional and non-functional requirements that the system must meet. Key activities include requirement gathering, engage with stakeholders, such as government officials and citizens, to collect detailed requirements for the system. Functional requirements. What services will the system offer, like online bill payments and document verification? Non-functional requirements, performance, security, usability, and so on. System design. Develop the overall architecture of the system, including databases, networks, security protocols, and user interfaces. Software design. Decide on the software architecture and technologies to be used. System integration. Identify how different government departments or systems will integrate into the new platform. User interface, UI. Design. Create wireframes and design user-friendly interfaces. keeping in mind the ease of use for citizens and government employees. The outcome of this phase is a comprehensive set of requirements, both functional and non-functional, a detailed system and software design that meets the needs of the stakeholders. UI/UX design that prioritizes accessibility and user experience. Development and coding. The development phase involves building the actual software application based on the design specifications. It is where the system is coded, configured, and tested at a basic level. Key activities include software development. The development team writes the code to create the system, following the design specifications. This involves front-end development, which is user interfaces, and back-end development, like server-side, databases, and business logic. Database development, design and implement the database system that will hold critical government data, such as citizen records and payments. Security implementation, incorporate security features such as encryption, user authentication, access control, and data protection to ensure the safety of sensitive information. Configuration, configure servers, network infrastructure, and other necessary system components to ensure proper functionality. The outcome of this phase is a developed system that meets the specified design and security requirements. Codebase, databases, and necessary configurations in place for the next phase of testing. Testing and quality assurance. Testing is critical to ensure the developed system works as intended and meets all performance, security, and usability requirements. This phase is often iterative, with tests run at various stages. Key activities include functional testing. Test all the features of the system, like document submission and fee payment, to ensure they function as expected. Security testing, conduct penetration testing, vulnerability assessments, and data protection testing to ensure the system is secure from cyber threats. Usability testing, assess the system's ease of use, especially from the perspective of citizens and government employees. Ensure that the UI is intuitive and that services are easy to access. Performance testing. Test the system's performance under different conditions, such as high user load or data processing requirements. Integration testing. Ensure that the e-governance system integrates seamlessly with existing government databases and systems. The outcome of this phase is that identified bugs or issues are fixed. A high-quality, secure, and user-friendly system is ready for deployment. The system passes all necessary testing and quality assurance processes. Deployment and implementation. After testing, the system is deployed into a live environment where it will be accessible to citizens and government staff. This phase ensures the smooth launch and transition to the new e-governance system. Key activities: data migration, transfer, relevant data from old systems to the new system, ensuring accuracy and integrity. System deployment, deploy the system on live servers and ensure it is fully operational. User training, provide training to government staff, administrators, and citizens, if required, to help them understand how to use the new system effectively. Go live, make the system available to end users. Ensure all necessary support is in place for any issues that arise after launch. Outcome: the system is live and available for use by the intended users, including citizens and government staff. End users are trained, and the system is fully operational. Initial feedback from users is collected to address any immediate issues. Maintenance and support. Once the e-governance system is live, it needs to be regularly maintained and updated to ensure it remains effective, secure, and aligned with evolving citizen needs. Key activities: system monitoring. Continuously monitor the system for performance, security vulnerabilities, and user issues. Bug fixes and updates. Address any bugs, errors, or system failures that occur post-launch. Regularly update the software to add new features or patch security vulnerabilities. User support. Provide ongoing support to users, including help desks, FAQs, and online support for troubleshooting and assistance. System optimization. As more users interact with the system, optimize performance and scalability to handle increasing demand. Outcome: the system remains operational, secure, and up to date. Users continue to receive support and experience minimal downtime. The system evolves based on feedback and technological advancements. Evaluation and feedback. After a period of operation, the performance and impact of the e-governance project are evaluated. This phase ensures that the system is meeting its goals and that any lessons learned can be applied to future projects. Key activities. Impact assessment. Evaluate how well the project has met its objectives, such as improved service delivery, transparency, and citizen satisfaction. Stakeholder feedback. Gather feedback from users, government employees, and other stakeholders to understand their experiences and identify areas for improvement. Post-implementation review. Assess the project's overall success, including project management, timeline adherence, and budget considerations. Outcome? A report detailing the success of the project, areas of improvement, and recommendations for future e-governance initiatives. Lessons learned that can guide future projects.
The e-governance project development lifecycle is a comprehensive and iterative process that ensures the systematic planning, design, development, deployment, and maintenance of digital government services. By following each phase, planning and initiation, design and requirement gathering, development and coding, testing and quality assurance, deployment and implementation, maintenance and support, and evaluation and feedback. Governments can ensure that e-governance projects are successful, sustainable, and able to meet the needs of citizens and government agencies effectively. The National E-Governance Plan, or NEGP, is an initiative by the Government of India aimed at transforming governance through the use of information and communication technology, or ICT. The goal of NEGP is to make government services accessible, efficient, and transparent to citizens, ensuring inclusive growth across India, particularly in rural and remote areas. Launched in 2006, the NEGP provides a roadmap for the digitization of services and processes within the government. It involves the implementation of various projects that enable digital access to public services, ensuring a seamless interaction between citizens and government agencies. Ultimately, the plan aims to bridge the digital divide and empower citizens through easy access to government services.
Components of the National E-Governance Plan, or NEGP, consist of several key elements that collectively contribute to the vision of transforming governance through technology. These components include both foundational infrastructure and specific projects aimed at different aspects of government functioning.
Statewide Area Network, or SWAN, is a communication backbone for all government departments. It is a state-level network infrastructure that enables the efficient exchange of information between government agencies at various levels, central, state, and local. The objectives of SWAN are to facilitate communication between different government departments, provide secure and reliable communication channels for data transfer, enable easy access to online services and information, and establish a common platform for e-governance applications.
Common Service Centres, or CSCs, are physical access points that bring government services closer to rural and remote areas. These centres allow citizens to access a wide range of government services, such as applying for certificates, paying utility bills, and more. The objectives are to improve access to government services in rural areas, enhance service delivery by providing a single point of access for various services, and empower citizens by providing digital literacy and enabling them to access e-governance services.
The e-District project aims to provide citizen-centric services at the district level through the use of ICT. It helps in streamlining government service delivery at the grassroots level. The objectives are to improve delivery of services at the district level, such as certificates, licenses, ration cards, and more. By automating government processes, it seeks to reduce corruption and delays. The project also aims to provide transparent and accountable services through digital means, enabling citizen participation in governance by simplifying procedures. The National Portal of India serves as a single window platform that offers easy access to government services and information. It is a one-stop shop for citizens to access a variety of services provided by various ministries and departments. The main objectives are to provide access to government services and information through a unified portal, integrate e-governance services from various government departments and ministries, make government information accessible to citizens, ensuring transparency, and facilitate online service delivery through a user-friendly interface.
The Digital Signature Initiative involves providing secure, encrypted communication between government agencies and citizens. It ensures authenticity and security of digital transactions. The key objectives are to ensure the security of online transactions and communications, enable secure digital signatures for e-filing of documents, applications, etc., and build trust in e-governance services by providing a means of secure authentication.
Capacity building involves enhancing the skills of government officials and employees to effectively handle e-governance initiatives. This includes training on using ICT tools, managing data, and providing citizen services through digital platforms. The objectives are to build the digital literacy of government employees at all levels, train government personnel to operate e-governance systems, promote citizen engagement through ICT tools and technologies, and ensure the effective implementation of e-governance solutions. Service Delivery Gateway, or SDG, is a middleware that enables integration between different government departments and their respective applications. It provides a common platform for delivering various services to citizens through different channels like web, mobile, and kiosks. The objectives of SDG are to ensure interoperability between various government applications and systems, provide a unified interface for the delivery of services, and ensure smooth integration of government services across various platforms. National Identification Database. This initiative focuses on the creation of a unified national database that includes information on Indian citizens. This database will help in identifying citizens uniquely and streamline various government processes, including service delivery, welfare schemes, and more. The objectives are to ensure accurate identification of citizens for service delivery, improve access to benefits and services, provide better targeting of welfare schemes, and prevent fraudulent activities related to citizen identity.
Electronic Service Delivery, or ESD, focuses on offering government services to citizens through digital means rather than traditional offline methods. This includes online forms, payments, and documentation. The objectives are to improve accessibility of government services for citizens, enable secure online transactions for services like tax filing, licenses and registration, and reduce delays and inefficiencies in service delivery.
The National E-Governance Plan, or NEGP, provides a comprehensive framework for digitizing government operations and making services accessible to all citizens. The plan's various components, such as SWAN SDC CSCs and E-District, work together to create a robust e-governance ecosystem. By integrating technology, NEGP aims to enhance service delivery transparency, accountability, and citizen satisfaction across India, especially for marginalized and rural communities.
तो friends, यह the आज के important questions जो आपके e-governance exam में help करेंगे. अगर आपको answers in हिंदी चाहिए, तो description में दिए गए Telegram channel का link follow करके join कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको यह वीडियो पसंद आई हो तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, बेल आइकॉन को प्रेस करें और हमारे अपडेट्स के लिए जुड़े रहिए. आपको सभी important questions और उनके answers मिलेंगे. Best of luck आपके एग्जाम्स के लिए. मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में.